time, I read a magazine. It seemed so exciting. It had all the answers to all my problems. How to get rid of that last 10 pounds, hairstyles for every day of every week, what a boy's actions meant, and how to react. At least half of it was ads. Pictures of perfectly sized models with ads that screamed, "This can be you if you buy." I began to believe that I had to look this way. All the girls at my school, they seemed perfect and skinny. I could be like them and the models. I began to obsess over exercise. I would complain about my body. I'm too fat. My thighs are too big. I hate the way my body looks. The media told me how I should feel about myself, and it made me an image-obsessed, unhappy girl. Eventually, I came to love my body. I started to play sports that I had been fearful to play before, and I realized my body was fit and powerful. It could hold me to first place or to run the mile I would have previously quit long before I had even reached the midpoint. I was powerful, I was strong, I was perfect in my own way, the only way I should be. The next once upon a time. Once upon a time, there was a magical place, a valley full of wild horses, black sand beaches, rivers that ran to the roads, taro plants, aloha, and menehune. What are menehune? Menehune are Hawaiian elves that are tricksters. Once when I was about 11 years old, my family, some friends, and I visited the valley for a big ceremony. I played in the river, had mud fights, and ran through the green grass with my other friends. I was myself. I was free and happy. One night before I fell asleep, I saw the shadow dash past my tent. It was extremely short, with a pointed ear and a curved hat of the ancient Ali'i, or kings of Hawaii. How did that just happen? What did it mean? In most cases, I would have been scared, but I just knew everything would be okay. I was safe because I was at home and I was connected with the earth. My most recent Once Upon a Time began about a month and a half ago. Once upon a time, I began an adventure like no other. I took the leap of faith, encouraging myself to get to coastal studies for girls. Over the course of 9 months, I raised all the necessary money to attend this unique program for growth and excitement. There was lots of support from my community, and many played their part in making my dream come true. But this was only the beginning. Within the first few weeks, I experienced many things for the first time, like snow. It was hard to get used to the structure and way of life at CSG, but I began to see all the benefits. I was excited to connect with everyone here. I was encouraged to be myself, to be authentic, in the moment, independent, vulnerable, and to love and be loved. I learned that I could seek help from others, and that it was okay not to be perfect. There was so much more to a person than perfection. I became curious about all the little creatures in the world. I began to notice the birds singing outside and the little creatures in the tide pools. I was awakened to a world that had always existed around me, but I had taken for granted. Through experiencing a different environment and place, I came to appreciate my home, Hawaii, and realize how special it is. While at Coastal Studies for Girls, I became a person that still had the childhood imagination and curiosities within me, but now I understood these things on a higher level. I understood myself because I understood that even though those middle school fears of body image and media were always present, I knew I could overcome them by being grounded in places that I felt loved, safe, and free. Mahalo nui loa for listening.